Hey, shout out to the Cantina Club from voice actor Anna Graves from Star Wars The Clone Wars, the Duchess Satine, Suki the Bounty Hunter, Master Tipley and Tiplar, and Senator Mina Tills. May the Force be with you.
All right, so today we're going to do some reaction videos to the Disney Plus Day trailers that dropped yesterday. We're going to do first the Mandalorian Season 3 trailer, which is coming up in February. Then we've got Tales of the Jedi, a new animated series that's coming out, and then finally we'll show the new Andor trailer that was dropped. So first, we're going to go ahead and queue up the Mandalorian. Are you all queued up and ready to go?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I am too. All right, ready in 3, 2, 1, play.
This is the one that you saved? You are as its father. A clan of 2.
A clan of 2.
But you have removed your helmet.
How dare you?
Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
Bo-Katan.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Where were you then?
Oh, that's awesome.
Did you think your dad was the
Rock and roll.
Mandalorian?
Babu Frick.
All right, kid. Hang on. You ready for an adventure?
All right. What'd you
You ready
think?
for an adventure? The Last of Us. Yeah, it's instantly. I'm right there. It's instantaneous. As soon as the Mandalorian is on,
Yeah. As soon
there's
as
something.
the music hits, yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like, yep,
and
I'm
the
there.
look and the characters and everything, it just elevates everything. I'm
Yeah.
instantly. It reminds me of the difference between the Book of Boba Fett, those episodes where suddenly you didn't feel like you were in a TV show anymore. You know, you felt like you were back in a movie.
Right.
When the Mandalorian showed up, and that's what this feels like.
Yeah, exactly. So we've
I'm gonna have to watch it again because I had some just not the best internet connection on it for some reason. Like,
oh, okay.
It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if I'll have to check my internet connection, but it might be because but I've never had a problem before. But anyway, it was a little bit distorted, so I'll watch it again at some point. But I got the gist of it, and some of it was pretty clear. So
Yeah,
it was good.
yeah, I thought it looked awesome. Not sure
Yeah.
what to make of the Babu Frick appearance, but they're bringing him in apparently. But we'll see.
You know, he's the puppet sitting around.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? The puppet's sitting there, and they paid to develop it.
Right.
Like, what is there anything people just across the board liked from the sequel? Everybody likes Bobby Frick pretty well. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just.
Well,
put
there's
that
the
in there.
puppet just slumped over there in the corner.
Yeah. Let's just use him.
Yeah.
So it looks like to me they're definitely going to be focusing on Mandalore, the whole, fallout from the Night of a Thousand Tears or whatever it was called.
Mm-hmm.
That shot of a bombed out capital was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
When you came through the clouds and saw that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the force of the wind on the ship wings and stuff, and they drop crew dropping with their jetpacks out of the bottom of the ship
that was awesome.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you see in Clone Wars that you're just waiting to see
Yeah.
in live action, and well done.
Yeah, very, very well done.
And of course, Grogu heavily focused on the relationship there. And
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's kind of a dark trailer, but at the end he says, "Hey kid, you ready for an adventure?" And that's what, that brings you back to,
Yeah,
this is an adventure, at
that's
the
what
end of
this
the
is
day.
about. Yeah,
Star
exactly.
Wars is an adventure. Let's go on an adventure. It's not just about everything being as dark as the darkest moments from Empire Strikes Back or something.
Exactly.
Everybody wants that, thinks they want that.
They think they want it, but yeah,
Constant drama, crushing drama, but Star Wars isn't all about that.
Isn't all about that.
Maybe with Babu Frick, maybe that's an implication that a droid or some droids are going to play an important part, because he's a droid mechanic.
That's what he does. Yeah, he's a droid mechanic, exactly.
Or droid reprogrammer. So maybe they're going to bring in some Imperial droids implied with the K2SO kind of cameo from one of those episodes, or some old battle droid, like Clone Wars leftover droids, or maybe another IG,
IG unit,
to get that character back into play.
Right.
Cool though.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, I mean,
I wish it was sooner.
I know.
But hey,
February.
things come.
But at least it looks like we do have quite a bit of content between now and then. So it won't just be nothing. We've got Andor, we've got Tales of the Jedi is actually coming out in October, which we'll get to next. And then what am I missing? There's something else. I don't know. Anyway, actually that might be it. And then supposedly around the same time as Mandalorian season 3, we've got Bad Batch
February.
season 2. Yeah, they've pushed that back to February now. So hopefully we'll get that then. That would be nice. Really waiting on that. All right. Any other thoughts on Mandalorian before we move to Tales of the Jedi?
I'm ready. It's great.
Yeah, me too.
Any deeper thoughts, or really just more about analysis of the show and speculation where it's going to go and my hopes for it and stuff. But the trailer looks great.
Yeah,
I love the palace looking set, or whatever that was.
I was going to say the throne room looks amazing. Yeah, it looks fantastic. And just finally see a real life, creation of the, live action version of that from the Clone Wars.
What's her name again?
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan. Is she Clan Vizsla, or?
She's no. She was Duchess Satine's sister.
Okay, well, I just remember there was an episode of the Kreese. Then I remember there was an episode of Rebels where there was a palace type thing that they were staging their attacks from, or something. I wonder if that's the same building. Anyway,
yeah, it is. I'm sure it is. It has a similar look, so I'm sure that's probably it. So yeah, I just think that the main conflict is going to come from probably between Bo-Katan and Din Djarin for the Darksaber and control of Mandalore and all that. I have a feeling that's where this is going to go, and apparently we're going to get him going back to try and like they discussed in Boba Fett season 1. He's going to try and go back and reclaim his Mandalorian status by whatever the armorer was saying about you have to go into the tunnels under Mandalore and do like a challenge,
bathe himself in the
waters
springs or whatever. He said that, but those were all destroyed. And so yeah, it seems like Mission Impossible. And he also kind of owes Bo-Katan that favor, as she said, "I'll help you if you come back after this is over. Once we'll get the kid if you come back and help me." So it's going to be interesting because they're allies, but she's also looking for any opportunity to get that Darksaber from in a way that benefits her. So it's like keep your enemies closer kind of thing,
Right, exactly.
You don't know what people are going to do with these different ambitions and different. Plus, also she holds his Death Watch clan in disdain, So there's a lot of
him as a nut job, basically, as a kind of one of those extremist factions. Which is basically what Death Watch is.
I'm with her there, but I just can't help it. I love the armor. Anytime the armor speaks, I'm listening.
Yeah, she's great. Yeah, she's fantastic. I could sit her let her read a book to us or something. That'd be amazing. All right, so let's move on to Tales of the Jedi, which is basically going to be another animated series. And I won't say anything else until you see the trailer, because I learned a few things that I did not know when I saw that. So yeah, for the record, I
don't know anything about it.
Yeah, Greedo has not seen these yet. I have actually seen them. So let's go ahead and all right, I'm queued up on Tales of the Jedi.
Okay.
All right.
Got it down.
Ready in 3, 2, 1, play.
Engage. Oh wait, try to start over because
Okay.
for some reason mine stalled.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm back to the beginning.
Okay,
All right,
3,
3, 2,
2,
1,
1.
engage.
Everywhere there is life,
Hmm.
but you must face death.
Okay.
Honor it.
Say familiar animation style.
Yep.
Jedi. Ahsoka is Jedi.
The best way I can protect you is to teach you how to protect yourself.
Master Dooku.
I want to bring peace.
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
Filling in gaps here.
Yeah.
It is the only way you will truly have victory.
Qui-Gon Jinn, young Qui-Gon.
Again. Again.
Dooku, stand down.
I'm tired of fighting.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness.
Let's hope all that training pays off.
Nope, Yaddle.
And who might you be?
All right.
That's what I'm wondering about him.
Exactly.
Who might
Yeah, I
you
have no
be?
idea who that is.
Wow.
Interesting. So
Didn't
what I
expect
didn't
that.
know, oh yeah, so what I didn't know is that it's in the same animation style as Clone Wars and Bad
But
Batch,
the same characters.
same characters even, but it's also like you said, going back and filling in gaps. So
They
it
just
looks
can't stop
interesting.
with the Clone Wars, can
Nor
they?
should they.
It's like they figured out a way to do more Clone Wars without calling it Clone Wars, so Disney didn't notice or something. They got the check. They
Well, we did that
cashed the
already
check
with
for-
Bad Batch. That's just like
Yeah,
more Clone
it's
Wars.
Jedi. It's got lightsabers. It's Jedi. It's Jedi.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
it's really Clone Wars.
but it's Clone Wars. Yeah, Count Dooku. It's like, who's this Count Dooku looking motherfucker? That's Count Dooku.
Oh, it's Count
What?
Dooku. It's young Count Dooku. So that's cool.
When did we pay for this again? Wasn't this over?
So I'm pretty stoked about that. And it's interesting. It looks like it'll be unconnected. I'm assuming just kind of telling
Yeah.
spot stories here, because obviously we've got huge time gaps. We've got Ahsoka, who it lives way after, when Dooku and Qui-Gon were young, so we've got big time gaps. But I guess I'll be interested to see what the runtime is on these things, because it says it's only 6 shorts. So shorts generally tends to imply it's kind of like what Visions was, anything from 5 to 12 minutes, So it'll be interesting to
Wow.
see how that actually rolls out.
Yeah, shorts. Yeah, that means shorter than 30 minutes probably.
I would assume, yeah, because by that point it just becomes an episode. But yeah, it says 6 shorts starting October
Seems- Then
26th.
we've seen a significant portion of them by watching the trailer. Yeah, I would bet they're about 10 minutes long each or something.
Probably.
That's the little, it look like little set pieces that tell a story within the kind of action of like, you were seeing the relationship between master and apprentice in 2 of those clips there, Qui-Gon and Dooku and Anakin and Ahsoka.
And so
But
yeah, it
then-
looks like they
yeah.
might draw some parallels there.
But then showing Ahsoka as a child and stuff, I'm not sure what all that's about. That seems
It may just be a quick
extra.
flashback scene, showing
Yeah.
kind of how she got chosen to be a Jedi, because that's basically what
Uh,
looks to be happening in that scene. There at some like mystical seers saying Ahsoka is a Jedi, like reading her tea
Think-
leaves or something.
I think for whatever reason, they just can't get away from the Ahsoka character. And
Yeah, I
Ashley
get it.
Eckstein, she's become kind of the star,
Mhm.
and so I think they're just giving her more and more to do,
More and more stuff to do, more
while
work.
also doing the live action version of the character and all that with
Mm-hmm.
Rosario Dawson. So, hey, I'm all for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
As long as it's good quality, I'm fine with it.
they keep inserting all these stories like every 5 minutes in the dead space, between, like somebody, and then some years pass. Nope, they didn't. things happened. You just didn't know about it.
And kind of like what you've been saying too, I think quite a bit. I'm ready. I as much as I love this stuff, I'm ready for something that isn't a prequel. That
Yeah,
isn't a preliminary to something we already know. I'm
right.
ready for a story that it doesn't even have to have any characters we know already. I just want it to be a story that starts and just goes forward and we have no idea where it's going to end. We don't know the fates of these characters. That's the one thing I'd like to see. Again, not taking anything away from what we've seen on these trailers. I love it. But I just kind of want something a little different. I kind of feel that way about Mandalorian, to an extent. But even then it doesn't take place at the latest timeline. So
Yeah, Mandalorian's in an interesting position because they generate excitement when they bring a live action character from the animation, but like you said, it kind of feels like we're going in circles a little bit. Like Mandalorian is getting tangled up in Clone Wars. Where's his story? Where's his actual individual story
right. I
that
don't
we
want
were
him to get
promised from the
lost in all of
beginning?
that.
Yeah. Is he part of Bo-Katan's destiny or Ahsoka's destiny, or is it,
Right.
or does he have his own thing to do?
And if you think about the timeline too, Mandalorian actually has about roughly 3 decades worth of time frame to play with.
Yeah,
It's not like Clone Wars where we've only got 3 years that it happened in,
yeah.
and between, Revenge of the Sith and the original Star Wars, you only have 20 years, but you've got over 3 decades basically from where Mandalorian's taking place
And the
to until we get to the
galaxy's huge. They could move into a different part of the galaxy by the time the sequel trilogies happen and continue that story, somewhere else even,
absolutely.
and in a way that we wouldn't affect the sequels. I just get this feeling at some point Mandalorian is going to be a generational thing. Like they're going to jump ahead and Pedro Pascal's going to be gone, and someone else will be wearing the armor, or it'll, I don't know if it'll specifically be Grogu, who's the main character. I just don't see that, but I think somehow it'll become generational. Like, I don't know if they'll milk it as long as they can. I'm sure,
Oh, sure.
but I could see him changing his ways. Anyway, we're getting discussing the show that I said I wouldn't do, but I can see him changing his ways and ending up with a woman like that woman on the planet with the Scout Walker.
Yeah.
And living a more peaceful life and having kids, his own kids, not Grogu. And Grogu going off and doing his own thing. And then that kid, his heir inherits the armor and all that stuff, just like a version of Jango and Boba Fett, and we get other adventures and we get to tell stories across many years, and that'd be really cool. I think they'll eventually do stuff like that if this
I agree.
continues.
I have a feeling, I'm just going to make a prediction here, that not in this upcoming season, maybe not even, we don't know how long Mandalorian's going to go on, of course. But obviously if it keeps, ringing the cash registers, they're going to keep it going. But I have a feeling that within the next couple of seasons, we're going to get a major aha moment, or not an aha moment, but an oh crap moment, I guess, to be nice about it. I think we're going to actually eventually, even if we do they may have to do a time jump to get this, like you were saying, but I think Grogu will start talking.
Yeah.
And I think that's when people
it become like
lose
his
their
standard
brains.
is Yoda. Yeah.
Right. He'll start talking like Yoda.
Yeah.
And then people will lose their minds.
They could also come up with something that he puts his hand on and it speaks his thoughts or whatever, like a Jedi Alexa or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
They could easily do that and use a totally different voice for him. And that'd be kind of interesting or cool too. You could have a droid like 3PO or something interpret for him. They could do all kinds of crap.
Yeah, there's lots of options for sure.
And the other thing that they could do is that they've been implying is they could end up with Din Djarin becoming this prophesied kind of figure or in a way, and becoming the ruler of Mandalore. Like he's the reluctant one. All the ones who want it don't get it, and the one who doesn't want it and wants
the one
something
it falls
different,
to.
has to mature and pass what he believes and figure out responsibility and all that. And just by virtue of who he is, he rises to, because he's fighting for something, not just this greedy wanting to rule, wanting to reestablish glory. He's wanting to protect his family, and just by virtue of that and doing the right thing when he's in a bad situation, he may, and they could retire that character as ruler of Mandalore. Just have him sitting there as part of the universe. The galaxy that they set up going forward. You could always revisit that character. I don't think Pedro Pascal is always going to be available to do the kind of intense stuff, but he could do voiceover. Like if they use him
I
as a
think
background
honestly,
character or
90% of the time, that's all it is now. Anyway,
yeah,
I think it's actors
totally.
in the armor, and he just comes
Mhm.
in and does looping.
Yeah, when they reset and he seems to be motivated by keeping the helmet on. I was hoping they'd move past that.
I did too. I really
but
hope they'd move past that.
yeah, but they seem to be doing a lot of resetting, and we'll see how that works out. I'm willing to
Yeah.
give it a shot, but
Sure.
anyway, so what's our third one here? Or
All
was
right.
that it?
So no, the third one is the latest
Andor.
Andor trailer. So let's
Sweet.
cue that up. All right, let me get to the beginning. All right, I'm ready. I got a black screen. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Everything begins with ding.
Yeah.
Spies,
Like there's someone at your door.
saboteurs,
Mon Mothma.
Lies.
assassins.
Lies.
All
Deceptions.
done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion.
Every day.
Cassian Andor.
How would I call him
No matter
Andor?
what you tell me or tell yourself, you'll ultimately die fighting these bastards. Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real?
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark.
There is an organized rebel effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
You realize what you set in motion? People will suffer.
Time has come to force their hand.
At what cost?
Everything!
Every
Boy,
day
this
we
guy's
wait,
looking like the star of the show, isn't he?
They get stronger.
Let's take them by surprise.
For the greater good,
Call it what you will.
let's call it.
It's called Lies.
People are standing up. They're afraid. Right now, they're afraid.
Let's Go has made it to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Let's go.
An Andor with a touchdown. Let's go!
Let's go.
That's
All right.
intense. That's good.
Yeah, like I said, I like the cinematic quality of it. It really does look like a movie,
Mhm.
and the fact that it seems like a galaxy-wide story. It doesn't seem like it's just this story where they're going
Yeah.
to drill down and only show Andor.
I
and a
like
couple
I
of
like
scenes
the
and outlet.
actors too. I don't know
Oh,
anything
me
about
too,
the
yeah.
characters at all,
Mhm,
but
sure.
except for Cassian. But I
Yeah.
like the way the actors are inhabiting the sets and the costumes
And the whole world. Yeah.
the little bits they're speaking,
Mhm.
and almost every trailer has some nonsensical thing like run or let's go,
Yeah,
yeah, but this had very little of that. And I've also noticed the way they're structuring trailers now. It's like you remember back in the 2000s, 2010, around that we started getting more and more of that ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, and now it's like a combination of that and the zhoosh and now we've got a clock ticking all the time. Have you noticed that?
Right.
Like in Mandalorian, there was a clack, 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 and then this one's gonna
Right.
chuck, chuck, chuck,
Chuck,
chuck.
chuck,
They just
chuck.
changed
Yeah.
the timbre of it a little bit, but it's to give you this
Mhm.
feeling of something's about to happen and it's pushing you forward.
Right.
The show probably won't be nearly that intense all the time, but
Obviously, yeah. The trailer's
it
always
gives you a
gonna
very cool
amplify that.
feeling. Yeah,
Yeah, agreed.
that you're being pushed along.
Yeah, you're right. Those
Um,
trailers tend to go through those phases. I know forever they had
It was the In a World.
well, In a World, yeah. And
One
then the other
man,
one was
one woman.
it was Inception.
All right.
Everything is
Yeah.
just that sound effect, and they show some crazy image and like, okay, we get it. That went on for years.
Yeah. Yeah, now they use some kind of weird combination of some mechanical horn or something to make that sound. And but it's kind of like the ding is sort of back, but it's not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ding used to drive me crazy. Like
The ding.
is my toaster strudel done, or am I watching a trailer?
Exactly.
Ding.
Nice.
But yeah, Andor looks fantastic. I just have a feeling this is gonna be one of my favorite things they've ever done. I really do.
It looks like it's going to be good. I definitely have my hopes up.
And this guy, what's the name? What's his last name? The guy, the blonde guy He looks like he's just gonna dominate the freaking show. Like every scene he's in,
Are you talking about Skarsgård?
Skarsgård, yeah.
Yeah.
Skarsgård just looks so
He's
intense.
great in everything. Yeah, I like him in everything I've ever seen him in.
I don't know how you drop this guy into this setting and he makes it so believable that the stakes are high. Yeah, but instantly you have stakes when you have a guy like that telling you there's stakes. They really productions and stuff suffer when you don't have somebody that can bring instant credibility. You've got to have instant credibility from the cast. And we saw from the scene we saw in the theater, he's kind of a messenger, a person ushering the main character and thus us into the story and the world that we're going into. And he has to have some kind of credibility to pull that off. Just like Morpheus in the Matrix, Obi-Wan, Alec Guinness, Star Wars. Those figures are so important. And a lot of times their performance is more important than the main characters, because the main character, it can inhabit that everyman space where they don't have to do a whole lot. You just has to be likable and pull you along with them. And I'm really excited by the way this character's looking. I don't even know the character's name or anything, but it looks like he's living a double life as a spy master and perhaps some kind of Senate figure or politician. So it looks more and more interesting to me the more I see it. Very cool. Very cinematic, like you said. A lot of fresh faces. I just like it. And I'm also thinking when I see Saw, I remember there was a time where Saw and the Rebellion were supposedly together, and they said his actions brought us too much embarrassment, or we're just too radical for us, so we had to separate. I have a feeling the story,
he's too much of an extremist. Yeah,
I have a feeling this story could incorporate those elements, because this is probably what it's going to be about. It's like, how far do you go? What's the difference between the good guys and the bad guys? How do you found a revolution without it becoming a radical movement and hurting the people you're trying to help? They could touch on all that stuff with a character like Saw. So, and also Andor, Cassian himself, carries a lot of guilt by the time of Rogue One. And they're bringing that into this trailer with his little speech about we've done terrible things in the name of a cause. So it makes me think we're maybe going to see some of those terrible things. And
I have a feeling,
this could be the one that we're not going along on an adventure on this one. This could be the dark one, So
very well,
I'm all about it. That sounds cool to me.
Like I said, I had zero interest really in Tales of the Jedi because I just didn't know what it was. And
now it's your favorite thing ever.
Now that it's my favorite thing ever, I can't wait for it.
If it's just missing a certain sequence of numbers to make it perfect for you. 5s. A bunch of 5s.
He served his purpose, but we should get like a 5's origin story,
Right. When he was 4s and then he was elevated to 5s.
Before he got promoted, He was 4.
My evaluation is all 4s? I'm not good enough for 5s? The journey of one clone. Don't let nobody tell you can't achieve excellence. I don't know. 5s just seem so out of reach. I'm stuck here on these 4s.
Stuck here on these 4s.
Nobody from this clone batch ever got 5s. All of them. That's impossible.
All of them.
You think you're better than all of us? Very cool, real fast. I just want to show you this. I got this at Walmart.
Oh, nice.
I
actually got I got the TIE Fighter one.
You did?
Yeah.
Cool.
I forgot to show it when you were here last week, but I had it upstairs. Yeah.
What is this called? Like the
Micro Squadron.
Micro Galaxy Squadron. So it's kind of almost a throwback to the micro
machines,
but the micro machines, but those were tiny. I thought this was kind of I thought this was kind of a cool, size.
I saw that the other day actually at Walmart. I haven't got the X-Wing yet. I'll probably get it next week.
Have you seen the troop transport, the Imperial troop transport?
I think so. I know I've seen.
Yeah,
the store I went to had 4 or 5.
The one from the
70s. I picked up the TIE Fighter. I picked up the original TIE Fighter, but that's the only one.
And they have a couple of chicken walkers.
Mm-hmm.
And the troop transport was really cool looking, but I thought, I don't need more junk. Last thing I need, plastic poisoning. And I got this retro Vader.
Oh, nice. Oh, with the
from-
red lenses, that looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got kind of a cool cape and the
Oh,
old
yeah.
school.
The old school lightsaber.
Yeah,
and
he's from Obi-Wan.
Oh,
So they
okay.
went with that's why they went with more of the classic look. but
That's
he's
like
still,
the Pop Funko I got while you were here,
yeah.
where he has the red lenses, and it's from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And they're actually, this is looking a little more detailed than the retro line was before. So I don't know if they're kind of just putting a little more effort in them or what. But I've always liked that retro line, and I wish they'd come out with more stormtroopers because I want to.
I know.
I always want more stormtroopers.
Exactly.
But I thought he was too cool to pass up. But yeah, they had an Obi-Wan and a Inquisitor and a Reva and a bunch of stuff. And I was like, whatever. You know.
Same here.
But,
Yeah, I saw all those too, but I didn't see. If I'd seen a Vader, I probably would have picked him up.
Yeah, he's.
I'll check this
definition of
week.
Veracruz.
I'll check over at Target this week, see what I can come up with. Yeah, that's really cool. Very nice. Veracruz.
I don't want to hear any more talk of Obi-Wan. Or whatever. Don't you turn against me.
Awesome. All right, well, those are the trailers. So we have a little bit more to look forward to moving forward. Tales of the Jedi.
That was a whole trailer park there.
That was a trailer park.
I just need a tornado to sweep through it.
So release dates. We've got Andor on September 21st, which is roughly 10 days from now. Then we've got Tales of the Jedi coming out on October 26th, and then Mandalorian season 3 in February of 23.
Wow, that Tales of the Jedi is completely unexpected, but it being
very
short
unexpected, yeah,
is going to be. I wonder what they'll do. Like if it's really successful, are they going to use that and the numbers from Clone Wars last season to try to do more, or
maybe
are they just doing it as shorts not to push themselves with a story that they don't have? You know, just
could be
emphasize the stories they have.
Like you said, it does feel like insular stories kind of here and there, you know, stuff that won't be continued.
Yeah.
And in the way that Visions was, just separate little stories, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just that this stuff will take place in the normal universe as we know it. So and fill in gaps.
Yeah, it doesn't think. I don't think it'll jump around or anything. You know, to different characters. It'll be like a scene that almost like the Star Wars Visions was. You know, like it's almost like a scene, a vignette that tells a multi-level story with the action.
Story within itself. Yeah,
it's got the action. It's got the comedy. That's the animation. That's the Dooku.
That's that.
Dooku, get to the transport.
Get to the chopper.
Chop his head off. Chop it off. Do it.
Nice. Awesome. All right. Well, that's our wrap for the trailers. And we'll be back soon with most likely some reaction videos from the premiere of Andor.
Right, we have a lot of stuff to talk about actually behind, so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, what's going on?
What is it?
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
This isn't going to be easy.
Good luck.
You must be cautious.
Sing yum num. Sing yum num. Come on, sing yum num. Singing yum num. Yum num. Singing yum num. At the Cantina Club.
Yeah, no, I'm all for it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be great. You know what I'm looking forward to more than ever, I wish they had announced it the other day, is the Boar Gullet series.
Right.
You know, the Boar Gullet origin story, because everybody needs to know where he came from, how he started as a little tadpole, and
yeah,
you know,
he was in the Dagobah basketball league.
right?
He had his signature. When he
That was his victory yell and stuff.
Yeah, when he would dunk, he would flex.
Those long tentacle dunk, you know.
Yeah, and they'd always, you know, bullshit calls on him, and he'd be like, "I know the truth. That's
right. You can't get it
a
past
bullshit.
me.
No lie.
And he would do his little technique on the referee.
I was not charging. Yeah, his feet were not set. I know the truth.